What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, viewers of this video? This is Bill Mack here with another edition of Pro Wrestling Unleashed. Thanks for joining me for another video, folks. As we are watching, this is the review for, or the recap for Smackdown Live for August the 29th, 2017. Glad you could join me for tonight, folks. Not as many surprises in this video. Do have a debut for one guy, and we just wait and see how the video goes. I know it's not too much going on excitement tonight, but hey, it's a good edition. It's SmackDown. What more can you ask for? So let's just jump right into the results here and get right on the way. We see Jinder Mahal basically in the ring to start off SmackDown, and he's talking about, he's going to be glad to take out two of his biggest rivals tonight, Shinsuke and Randy. And he states that he and Rusev, who's going to end up tagging with him. Randy comes out, or Shinsuke comes out to confront him. Then Randy comes out, Rusev comes out. Rusev and Jinder stand tall as we kick off SmackDown. We do have a debuting Shelton Benjamin. Remember last week, Daniel Bryan told Chad Gable that he found him another tag team partner. They look pretty good tonight. We know Gable took on most of the punishment, hot tag into Benjamin. Benjamin ends up, which they really did tag in back and forth pretty quick for a tag team, which you know both guys were in tag teams, pretty good tag teams. We see the ending come when Benjamin gets the hot tag from Gable, and he ends up hitting a face buster on Victor for the win. So who knows, maybe this tag team between Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable may work. Both of them have come from American quote-themed teams. So we'll just see how that works out. But it looked pretty decent tonight with it being Shelton's debut. So it just remains to be seen, and we'll have to see more of Shelton. AJ Styles came out, and AJ said that with Kevin Owens basically out of the way, he said he was going to reinstate the U.S. title challenge, and he was open to anybody. Ty Dillinger comes out, and as he's coming down to the ring to a set, Baron Corbin goes behind, and Ty throws Baron into the side of the barricade. He goes down, and as he's walking down to the ring, Baron comes behind and throws him into the side of the ring. And then they go up to the back, and then finally Ty gets in the ring, fights off Baron, and then we have a matchup. AJ's like, "Are you sure?" And Ty goes in on him. Short match, not too long. We see that Ty Dillinger tries to hit the tiebreaker on AJ. AJ blocks it, locks him into the calf crusher. There we have AJ Styles still U.S. champion. We saw Baron and AJ going back and forth. Maybe there's a feud in the future between these two. If Corbin's not going to get a world title push, at least give him a mid-card title, or at least be in a mid-card feud for the title would be just as fine. But he was going back and forth jawing with AJ Styles as the show goes to break. We come back and we see Jinder talking to Rusev, and he's like, "I'm so glad we can get these countries and whatnot, and get, for who we are." And Rusev says, "Look, this isn't about my country or his country against your country or Bulgaria or India or anything." He said, "This is about revenge tonight. I came to SmackDown Live to be a WWE World Champion." And he says, "After this," and he taps on the belt, he says, "I'll be coming for this title." So remains to be seen. Is Rusev going to turn a babyface? Or, is Jinder going to lose title and Rusev go after that title? It remains to be seen. Lots up in the air on what direction they're going to go in with SmackDown with the World Championship, WWE Championship at stake. Glorious. Bobby Roode makes his appearance tonight against the man that Vince has forgot. That is Mike Kanellis Bennett. This is just a debut match for him. Bennett had a little bit of an offense, but Roode done what he needed to get done to show why he is glorious. He ends up hitting the glorious DDT on Kanellis and getting a win. So not very much for Mike Kanellis. We see where Vince is really falling. He is falling out of favor for Vince, and so we see the fruits of it. What happens? I just feel like it was creative's fault. A lot could have went better into his character, but that's creative, and I'll leave that video for another day. I'll make a totally different video talking about my feelings about their creative and whatnot. So we see Aiden English. We come back to break. Aiden English starts singing. And basically Kevin Owens, which we saw coming towards the ring before the commercial, his music hits. He comes out and he says, "Look, these people can't." He said, "These people can't appreciate your singing, but if you could leave the ring, I have something I need to address." So Aiden leaves the ring. And he goes on the outside, and KO starts talking about last week. They showed last week's match for the U.S. title where KO, as long as AJ doesn't have the title, can't challenge for it anymore. So he was upset and said that Shane screwed him over, and they showed a match last week when Baron became the referee, and he was KO chosen to be the referee, and he showed some bias towards Baron Corbin, which didn't make Shane happy. Shane comes out, and as he's trying to do a fast count to Kevin Owens, Shane pulls him out the ring. Baron throws the ref shirt at him, and he leaves. So then he talks about SmackDown being the land of opportunity, and that says that this is Shane's personal playground, which brings Shane out. And Shane says, "Kevin, you can't put this blame on me. You blame yourself. You're the one that chose Corbin. Baron Corbin went out and left on his own. I didn't make him leave. He left on his own. I acted as the referee, and AJ Styles beat you last week." So then he tells Kevin Owens that he's tired of hearing his complaining. He needs to leave the ring. So because Aiden English is going to get back in the ring, he's got a matchup against Sami Zayn. So as Sami comes down, we see KO go to the announce table. And you can tell by the way he's talking, he's getting angry just sitting there and talking about the referee doing his job and everybody doing their job. So KO says, "I'm going to do something about it." So he goes in, takes the referee's shirt from him. Then he goes, and Sami Zayn sees this. Sami gets in his face and says, "What are you doing, man?" And then we see KO hit a pop-up powerbomb on Sami. He tells Aiden, "Get the pin." Aiden gets the pin. 1, 2, 3. Aiden English wins the matchup. KO walks out like he doesn't even care. He's upset and he's not happy about it. Dolph Ziggler's interviewed backstage, and he's still acting like he did last week when he was talking about not being able to find himself. He was naming all these different things, what it took to try to be a star. But he did say good news is that he has found him a way to basically, he knows what it takes now to become a WWE superstar, and that we're all going to find out and see where he's found that newfound star power on SmackDown. So, remains to be seen. He said he wasn't repackaged, but guess this is what the repackaging is. Maybe him finding his own. I don't know. It still remains. It's a weird gimmick, but we'll see how it goes. So, up next, we have a match between the Usos and the New Day, and the winner of this matchup decides on the stipulation for their rematch at SummerSlam. So, the Usos, basically, Usos double team at the end. The normal interference causing the Jimmy to get the roll-up pin on Kofi. I believe it was Kofi he got a roll-up pin. But he grabbed the tights. 1, 2, 3. Usos, of course, playing the perfect heels, which is what I love. They're lovely characters right now. They play the perfect heels, so now Usos going to have, I think it's a street fight. That's what the stipulation is that they're going to choose at SummerSlam. So it remains to be seen whether the New Day are going to be able to beat the Usos in their own kind of match. We have an interview in the back, Miss Money in the Bank, Carmella, with Ellsworth, and she's talking about Ellsworth and how he's been slipping up lately and doing a lot of talking and stuff. Which Natty comes out, Natalya, the women's champion over on SmackDown. She says she's glad that she found out that he was what her plans were last week, and she tells Carmella that she's going to, if she does it again, she's going to make Carmella be the Baron Corbin of the SmackDown Women's Division. And she says, "Don't worry. Next week it'll be a one-on-one, and we'll see what happens." So next week we'll see a match between Natalya and Carmella. Then we see Naomi come in, and Naomi says, "Well, in 2 weeks' time, not next week since you got her, but the following week I'm getting my rematch for the SmackDown Women's Championship." So next week Natalya's got Miss Money in the Bank, Carmella. The following week she's got Naomi in a rematch for the SmackDown Women's title. So this will be shaping up in the women's division over on the Blue brand. Tamina comes out. We see Lana telling her that she's going to that the ravishing reign of terror is going to begin. Lana brings out Tamina. Tamina faces a jobber. I'm sorry, I don't know her name. Maybe I can get it. I'm not really sure on what her name is. Maybe I can get it for you. But she was basically following her, and it was just a squash match. It really wasn't anything. It wasn't anything big. I mean, Tamina ended up getting the super kick on because Lana's yelling "Crush, Crush," and so she ends up beating her down in the corner. She ends up hitting a super kick on this girl, and she ends up getting the win. 1, 2, 3, and then she's posing with Tamina in the ring while you see photographers and stuff, basically taking pictures of Tamina. Oh, Tanya Stock is her name, so I want to make sure I got that out. Tania Stock, that was her name. So she ends up defeating Tanya Stock. At least I got a name with the face. We get a Fashion Files segment. I'm not really going to get into all that. I really don't go into the Fashion Files stuff. Or Fashion Police Files segment. It is what it is, folks. I mean, it's entertainment at its worst. Finally, we have the main event. We have Shinsuke taking on Shinsuke and Randy, excuse me, taking on Rusev and Jinder Mahal. Remember, next week, Orton's taking on Shinsuke one-on-one. The winner of that match will get a chance at a WWE Championship. So this is a volatile tag team match for both. And they did pretty good. They ended up winning the matchup. The ending comes when Randy looks like he's going to hit his patented DDT off the ropes. I think Jinder's foot slips. He grabs Jinder up after he falls off the ropes, grabs him by, and he just hits a DDT. So Jinder's out. Randy kicks him. Rusev ends up getting Kinshasa on him and getting the 1, 2, 3. And as they're both celebrating in the ring, Randy's got these devious look at him. And he's focusing in on Nakamura's Nakamura is holding his hands high. And then for a split second, he tells Nakamura, says, next week we won't be friends. You could read his lips. And Nakamura's like, I'm ready. And then Randy hits the RKO on him at the end of the show. So this just sets it up for next week's one-on-one confrontation for a shot at the WWE Championship between Nakamura and Randy Orton. So I hope you folks have enjoyed the video. If you do, like and subscribe. Follow me if you can. Upvote me if you can. Share my video with others. Trying to get as many subscribers and followers as I can. And I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, this is Bill Mack for Pro Wrestling Unleashed saying, take it easy.